When connecting the conductors to the battery, always make sure to connect the positive wire first, then the negative, to prevent sparks and arcing. Remember, it is dangerous to create sparks near the battery because batteries can vent and give off that explosive hydrogen gas. What happens when you're connecting multiple wires? What happens is ABYC is very clear that you cannot have more than 4 terminals on one stud. And the reason why is as we start to build up all these layers, we start to drop the ampacity, or we create voltage drop to the wire furthest from the terminal or the battery lug itself. So we limit it to 4 conductors on any one terminal. Now, let's say you're hooking up a battery and it has 4 conductors. Okay, cool. I'm in compliance. I meet the standard. How do they go on? Which one goes on first? So I'm not talking about positive and negative. I'm talking about which wires actually go on the stud first. So if I have this ground wire and this smaller ground wire, they're both grounds, but which one actually goes on the stud first? All you have to remember is the wire that draws the largest ampacity should always be closest to the battery terminal. This way there is more contact area. So we've got this really nice flat lug coming on top of that battery terminal, and that's going to sit on there real nice. A lot of people like to put the smaller wires on first and use the large wire as a washer. That's a problem. Look how small the contact area of this ring terminal is, and if I put that on there and then that goes on top, I have reduced the amount of amperage that can come through that terminal and go to that wire. So remember, when hooking up multiple wires on the same stud, it goes in order of ampacity. Largest ampacity closest to the battery terminal, and then the smallest ampacity last. Flat washers is another thing that comes into play here. Some people take flat washers and they put them on the battery terminal, right? Flat washers can never go on top of the battery terminal. Again, it's another area of corrosion and can reduce the area of amperage coming through. Where we can use a flat washer is on top. If we have this large terminal and we put this smaller one on top, when we go to tighten it up, our nut may chew this terminal up. So here's an area where the proper size flat washer could go on and then followed by our hex nut. Now, you'll notice I have a hex nut on here because the hex nut is the preferred fastener of choice for a battery. And I know there's a lot of people that use wing nuts, right? I strongly suggest the use of a hex nut on a battery over a wing nut because it needs to be tightened up with a wrench. But there is an area where you're allowed to use a wing nut according to the ABYC. So the ABYC will allow you to use a wing nut to attach a wire to the battery as long as that wire is an 8 gauge or smaller. Anything that is 6 gauge and larger must be fastened to the battery by a hex nut to be in compliance. Last but not least, we need to discuss what happens when you put on multiple conductors to your battery. A lot of times people will put on these conductors and they will stack them. And in order to get these guys on, they'll put one facing down and one facing up and bolt it down. Now the issue with that is a lot of times with the crimp in these barrels, it will not allow the lugs to go down all the way. And you will have another area of voltage drop and a loss of amperage. So the correct way to have multiple conductors attached to your battery is to fan them out in something like this.